Where are you trying to expand into something new while staying in the same container that you already have, that you've already created, that already feels comfortable? So, this one is a super duper intuitive, raw, inspired download coming to you guys straight after a genius frequency session, which is, I call it kind of like chiropractor, kind of like energy work. Something that some of my incredible clients do here locally in Asheville. If you get the chance to come here, you should 1,000,000% come and experience a session with them. They're incredible. But something that came up for me today, I had 2 sessions with them today because I've been traveling for the last month, and it's just a good way to come back into balance, bring my body and all of my natural elements within my body back into balance and harmony with each other, especially after a month of traveling and not being able to get the regular body work that I always get. Which, side note, when I was on the table today, I had this idea for a post, which maybe I'll make it and you guys can go check that out, around how I literally could not picture going through pregnancy without and becoming a parent without having all of the support that I wanted to have. Not the support that, like, society said that I should want, or that I felt pressured to want, or that movies said I should want, or culture said I should want, but like the actual support that I wanted. And I just feel so fucking grateful that I created that. Like, I didn't settle for anything less. I allowed myself to spend 3 years getting like weekly massages, rolfing, chiropractor, acupuncture. I joke so often that it was my full-time job for multiple years when we moved to Asheville to just take care of my nervous system, and that was it. And of course, I'm continuing that throughout my pregnancy. And so whenever I travel and I have to go away from these people, I feel it so much. I'm just like, oh, my body misses being supported. On top of all of the things that I do for myself, like it's so good to just be held in these ways. So, like I said, this is intuitive. This is just inspired off the moment. What came up today for me was all around my container feeling too small. And the first time that like those words came up, I was just kind of like, I don't really know what that means, but like I feel it. I feel that in my body, but I don't really get what it means yet. And then it came up a few more times, and I started landing a bit deeper and a bit deeper and a bit deeper. And this second session that I just left this afternoon really helped me to recognize the cosmic fucking joke that we're all living in, first of all. My word of the year this year for 2025 was spacious. I wanted everything to feel spacious. And I feel like I've done a really freaking great job at that. Like, every aspect of my life, my relationship, my business, my health, the ways that I allow myself to be supported now, like, it all feels so, so spacious. And I'm growing a human. So literally, my space within my body is continuing to get more and more and more confined. The container is literally becoming too small to hold what I'm growing. And obviously I'm stretching, I'm expanding, I'm growing. My container is changing to accommodate what I'm growing, literally, inside of my body, this human. And even just this morning, I've actually been doing this the last maybe 2 or 3 months now. Every single day I've been doing a morning tapping around creating $200,000 cash months. And so expanding my container in that way as well, right? Literally within my body. You could say figuratively, because even when we tangibly have money these days, unless you have it in cash or gold or some other asset like a house, like, you can't touch it, you can't feel it. It's just a number in a bank account. So in that way, it's like figuratively, I'm expanding my container in that way. And it so often happens that we're trying to expand, We're trying to create more spaciousness. We're trying to do something new. We want to create something that we've never created before. And yet we're confining ourselves to the same old container that we've always built it in. And I had a fascinating conversation with one of my clients in the Vibrant Air Mastermind this morning about this, where we were really talking about her allowing herself to create offers in a way that feels good for her, rather than just doing it the way that she's always done it, the way that she's always seen other people do it, the way that it's always been done, so that she can actually have more time freedom, so that she can actually be more present with her baby and with her family and doing the things that she wants to do and living the lifestyle that she wants to live. And that requires letting go of that old container. And she's been in a big season of shedding, of letting go, of releasing, so that this new container can show up for her. And they just moved into a new house that's way bigger than their last one. So it's like, again, literally and figuratively, the container has to change in order for the change to occur. And so I really just want you to reflect on this of like, where are you trying to expand in your life, but there's literally no room for that expansion because you're trying to create that expansion from the same old container that you've always had. You're not creating an environment that nurtures expansion. You're not giving yourself the nourishment, whether that is the knowledge and the information, whether that's the experiential side of either being in a physical location or around physical people who are doing things in the way that you want to do it, whether that is literally nurturing yourself with really fucking good food and really high quality nutrition. Like, there's so many different ways that we tell ourselves that we want to expand and then cap ourselves by saying, okay, I want to create X amount of dollars. I want to attract this partner. I want to lose X pounds. I want to change my health in this way. And then we say, well, the only ways that I've ever seen that be done before is by restricting calories. The only way I've seen it be done before is by burning myself out and just taking on more clients in the exact same offers in the exact same way I've been doing and just doing it more. The only example that I've seen for attracting the partner is by just settling for whoever comes. So we keep using the same container over and over and over again, but that's not actually how we build new things. It's by expanding our current container. And the thing pregnancy brain, didn't finish mentioning earlier is that I shifted my morning tapping session today. Still around 200K months, but I just shifted it a little bit more where I was really deeply focusing on it being safe to expand my container in this way. And so I just always find it fucking hilarious, universe, when moments like this happen where it's like, okay, I've been calling in spaciousness all year. This morning I made the shift to talking about expanding my own container, expanding my own space within my own body, within my own mental perception of how much money a month that I can hold and how I'm willing to receive that. I think that was the other big part, is that I really clearly and specifically stated, like, I want this amount and I'm only willing to receive it in this way. I am not willing to receive it by burning myself the fuck out. I am not willing to receive it by overworking. I'm not willing to receive it by doing these things that are completely out of integrity and out of what I actually desire to do. And then multiple other opportunities within the same 24-hour period. It's been like, that was like 8 a.m. this morning. It's 3:22 right now, so not even 12 hours. Like, a very short time period. Having those exact same words come up multiple other times, both with my own clients, and then when I'm in my own state of receiving, having those same words come up. Whenever stuff like that happens, I pay extra close attention, because it's like, the universe is kind of poking a joke at me right now. The universe is being like, oh, you want this? Okay, here you go. You're on it. You're on your North Star. You found the magic key. You found the missing link. You figured out the magical thing that's going to make this work. And that's why it's being repeated over and over and over and over again. So 2 things that I really want you to take away from this. Number 1, where are you trying to expand from the same container when either the container itself needs to expand, whether that's you, your mindset, your perspective, the environment that you're in. Sometimes it's your house. Sometimes it's the people you live with. Sometimes it's leaving a relationship or entering a new relationship or shifting a relationship or getting more clear around boundaries and standards. Like, what needs to shift in order for that container to actually expand? And is it something that literally needs to shift? Or is it something internal or external that needs to shift? And there was a second part that was going right off of what I said. Pregnancy brain is really fun. There was a second question I wanted to ask you based off of what I was just talking about. You probably know what the question is if you've been listening to this. So I'll just let you guess. You can figure out what that second question was. And I would love to hear over on Instagram how you guys are allowing yourselves to expand in a way that actually feels good to your nervous system, to your body, to your entire life. You know, it's not just about making as much money as we possibly can. And you guys know this. It's not just about making as much money as we possibly can at the detriment of absolutely everything else in our life, at the detriment of our relationships and our health and our marriage and everything. That's not it at all. At all, at all, at all, at all, at all. It's really about being able to have it all and to hold it all and to feel enough spaciousness within your body to be able to maintain that long term, and to not rush the process, and to trust and be present with it, which is my word of the year for next year. It's just presence. That's it. So simple. But it's like when you have one word of the year, it just gives you so much to think about, you know? Okay. Send me a message on Instagram. Can't wait to hear from you. Love you guys.